Hello and welcome everyone. In this Hunter guide we'll be taking a look at the soul-eating behemoth Shadow Fiend and giving you a quick peek at this grisly hero. Let's begin. Firstly, we'll see what makes Shadow Fiend such a great hero and why you would want to pick him. Shadow Fiend is the hero with the highest farming potential in the mid lane and can come back easily even if he's had a bad start due to his ability to farm very quickly. He is able to clear stacks in the jungle very quickly with his razors without sacrificing a lot of health or mana, which lets you farm in a very efficient manner. His strong nukes and high right click damage output with high attack speed allow him to be a strong lane pusher because he can quickly clear out enemy creep waves. Another thing that makes this guy so good is his ultimate's really high burst potential if given the proper setup. The ultimate is going to deal damage depending on the amount of souls you have collected and how close you can stay to the enemy that you want to blow up. Finally, Shadow Fiend is a very high impact hero during the mid game, especially by the time you're able to obtain the first key item. Now let's take a look at some of the things that are not so great about Shadow Fiend. Our spooky guy is rather a weak laner in the beginning and has really low damage, armor and health points, as well as not having an active usable spell at level 1. Most heroes have more damage, more health points and more nuke at this level. Also, it takes time to scale up those souls, much needed by Shadow Fiend. On top of this, he is a really squishy hero that lacks disables, has low mobility, as well as not having an escape which makes him easily gankable. Once the game gets to about the 50-minute mark and beyond, he begins to fail in comparison to all the other late game heroes, since his skills are not scaling too well and he is not going to have enough mobility for escaping or chasing. Next we will go over when you shouldn't pick Shadow Fiend for a match. You should never pick Shadow Fiend if your team already has a jungler, for example Enigma or Doom, because you won't be able to farm the jungle if you want to and there is going to be less team optimization. Your team won't give you those helpful pool tangos or wards because you will have only one support hero, which is not going to be able to help you out properly. If you have a jungler on your team, you will have a bad time as Shadow Fiend. Another instance where you should never pick Shadow Fiend is if the enemy team has really strong gankers such as Spirit Breaker, Bounty Hunter, or any combo of two roaming supports like Lion plus Crystal Maiden or Shadow Demon plus Leader. Lastly, you should consider not picking Shadow Fiend if the enemy mid is Queen of Pain, Lina or Viper. Other than these reasons, feel free to jump in the game and dominate with Shadow Fiend. He does not really counter any heroes, but does pretty well against late game heroes like Anti-Mage and Spectre. The last bit of Shadow Fiend we are going to go over in this video is items you'll be using with your Shadow Fiend. We will be going in more depth later, so stay tuned for a next video. As Shadow Fiend, you will be going for a bottle, boots of speed, which then get turned into treads, magic wand, mechanism or shadow blade, the choice of Black King Bar or Sanjan Yesha, and one or two luxury items like Butterfly, Eye of Skadi, Satanic, Monkey King Bar or Daedalus. You have to think for yourself when to get any of these. If you feel that you're totally lacking mobility and they are kiting you out, but you don't need more health or damage, then you can go Blink Dagger as a last item. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for more Shadow Fiend content, and remember to check out our other guys on GameLeap.